Internet, and welcome back to the Five Guys, their Pokemon League, our Pokemon League, where I am the captain of the House of Commons. Joining me today is...
Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm the captain of the Toxboxers. And today, we have two very fun, very, honestly high stakes battles between Ayush and the Burp Squad versus Jameson and the Gladiators. These two teams are both looking for a couple wins right now. I know Jameson is 3-1, trying to continue his, his hot streak to start the season, where Ayush is the flip side of that at 1-3, trying to get back into the playoff hunt.
So, some key factors this battle, at least with the battle one. Listen, Jamie's team, let's be real here for a moment, especially the Gastrodon. Gastrodon walls everything on Ayush's team. Like, except Thwacky, of course, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's got so many switch-ins to that Grassy Glide between Decidueye, Turtonator, Steelix, that...
He'll just be gliding into chip damage. That's all Thwacky can really do with its gliding ability. So... Yeah. And especially Gastrodon gets Recover too, so it can get its HP back. He could run it special, to be honest, would be better this battle, because it beats a couple Earth Powers, Cap, Melmetal. Okay, even if it catches Thwacky on a switch, Ice Beam does, maybe it won't kill, but it'll do a lot.
It might kill. If it's like Band or Life Orb, it might kill.
Oh yeah.
Or even Terrain Extender, to be honest. We've seen Terrain Extender on it.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah, Gastrodon's going to be really good. That first battle, Ayush is going to have to figure out a way to deal with it quickly if he wants to keep up the pressure on Jameson. But going on to the second battle, the biggest thing, I know Jamie doesn't really have the most cohesive team 2 in the world. There's a lot of, double ups on types, a lot of things have the same weakness, but that being said, Zoroark has a really nice disguise target in Crobat, because it is resistant to most of the stuff that Crobat is weak to, or at least it's resistant to Psychic, so you might see it catching a Future Sight or a Psychic out of Claydol. It's weak to things that Crobat resists, so you're probably not going to see any fighting type moves into it, or any...
Or Fairy or Bug. Wow,
yeah,
it actually resists all
Fairy or Bug
shit.
Type moves either, yeah. So you're probably not going to see any of that.
Crobat, Imposter Crobat is what it's ultimately going to be. You have to be... If Zoroark is the Imposter, and if Ayush thinks he's sus and calls him on it, then he loses the Crobat.
And both Pokemon can realistically run heavy duty boots, so even if you get Stealth Rocks up, if you have boots on the disguised Zoroark, it's not even gonna be suspicious, because Crobat usually runs boots anyway. But on the flip side of that, Ayush's Raikou is looking really strong this battle.
Yeah, Raikou's got amazing... I've used it in last league. It's a bit of FPL lore. And it's a great special attacker, because it's got great speed, great special attack. It's got a great moveset. It gets Scald and Aura Sphere for some reason. And then you could run any hidden... I guess Hidden Power wouldn't be the most damaging of moves, but still. Electric Water Fighting on its own already gives you a ton of shit you can hit with it. And so, with that being said, Electric Water Fighting... I guess Water's not that important. Mainly Electric and Fighting beats more than half his team. The only two it doesn't beat are Hitmontop and Rotom Flying, which Rotom Flying, it pain splits a Raikou. I don't know what it does. The Hitmontop, Hitmontop does have, I was just saying, it does have good special defense, so that's the Raikou counter, if it can use its spitting powers.
Yeah, but either way, Specs Raikou is still probably going to two-shot anything on Jamie's team. I don't really think Jamie has a single switch-in for a Specs Thunderbolt on this Raikou.
Even it's just not Specs that way.
Yeah, it's... okay. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the battle. Alright, we see the Druddigon lead right away. Probably going to be that classic Stealth Rocks Glare set that Ayush really likes.
An immediate Gastrodon, alright.
Yeah, you gotta wonder why he didn't just keep Steelix in there. It's probably a totally fine thing to keep in, get a Rocks up, and...
didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, well that makes sense, seeing that the Ice Beam came out of Gastrodon, but the Toxic is actually huge here, because now Slowking can't really stay in for an extended period of time, as Slowkings like to do,
You know, these slow Pokemon really like predicting the future here.
Yeah, these...
You notice that? The Slowbro, and now it's a Slowking that's thinking it can... Pick the future.
Oh yeah, Jason Slowbro a few battles ago was definitely on that future sight grind. Now here is what I assume is going to be the Rock Polish weakness policy set, but it doesn't matter because it got burned, and that's kind of the risk you run when you are keeping that in against something that you know is carrying Scald. But now we see the Thwacky switch right away. We're probably going to see a hard switch into Turtonator. There it is.
There it is.
And it's Boots Turtonator, which I personally really like. I think that's the best item you can run on Turtonator, other than maybe Assault. I really also like Assault Vest on it, but we're probably just going to see a spin here. Just get the rocks out.
Who comes in? Sylveon.
Yeah, Turtonator's not going. Whoa, it's a Shell Smash set instead. So it's not the Rapid Spin set. Jamie's going for it, but the only issue is I don't really know how much a Fire Blast is going to do. Whoa, never mind. It's going to two-shot. But Hyper Voice is also going to
Okay, but Grassy Terrain.
Grassy Terrain is going to heal for a little bit, but with the Grassy Terrain and the leftovers, I don't know if a Fire Blast is going to KO here, and it doesn't.
What if he burned? Oh, that would be huge.
And the Hyper Voice is going to be able to pick it up, so that honestly really potent looking threat from that Turtonator is not going to be quite enough to take down that Sylveon. And here we see a Drudigon switch into what I assume is going to be a Surging Strikes, so he's going to take Rough Skin damage and Rocky Helmet damage.
No. This is rough.
This Urshifu is going to take about 90% of its HP and damage. 92%! Just by clicking
his
one
HP
move.
bar is what surged down.
Wow, and he switches out, but this is why why Urshifu Rapid Strike is not as good as Urshifu Single Strike, because you run into prep issues like this where your opponent can just run Rocky Helmet on something, and if you pair that with something like Rough Skin, it can hurt you for more than it actually hurts them. But
exactly, I'm trapped in here, or what is that? I'm not trapped in here with you. Trapped in here with me, literally.
Yeah. So great prep there by Ayush, and he's able to just...
Why does he switch in Slowking?
I don't know. Maybe he's just going to try to scald it down, but he's basically just giving it free setup right now, so I don't really know what he's doing here. There's the frustration, but if I'm Jamie, I would probably have just kept cursing there. Like, he doesn't really have a reason to switch out at this point.
Why switch in... Okay, Ayush is confusing me. I'm not even going to lie. Like...
Yeah.
I guess... Who is he going to heal with the Wish? Drudigon?
Maybe Drudigon? Okay, I guess Melmetal here. And there's...
Nope.
Okay, I don't really know what Ayush is doing right now. He just kind of seems to be sacking a lot of stuff, but... Okay, so he double switches back into the Drudigon, and Jamie just doesn't want to take that.
Oh.
Okay, there it is. Okay. It looks like Jamie went for Earthquake. He didn't want to really take the recoil damage. I guess not recoil damage, but the contact damage.
Yeah, understandable, TBH.
Yeah, but he's able to deal with the Snorlax threat right away. And
Gastrodon, paralysis for Gastrodon, not actually that bad of a
no, not at all. It can't get toxicked, and it's already slow anyway. So.
Oh shit! Battle of the Grass Starters.
Yeah, the Gen 7 versus Gen 8 Grass Starter.
Which one did you like more?
I kind of came around to Rillaboom, but I actually picked Decidueye in
Jamie.
Sun and Moon.
I guess he wasn't expecting the knockoff. But...
Yeah, so I don't really know about a Nasty Plot there. I would have maybe just gone for a Shadow Ball, or maybe I would have brought Brave Bird, but yeah. So now we see Swords Dance out of Thwacky, and all of a sudden this is looking really
it's probably
dangerous.
Eviolite.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, it is.
But now it is out of Grassy Terrain, so it's not going to get priority Grassy Glides anymore. This knockoff is honestly not really going to do very much damage at all. And it's looking like it might go down to this Snorlax here. Oh, he's just going to turn out. Okay.
Feeling frustrated.
Yeah, maybe.
What if Snorlax clicked rest?
That would be... Well, he probably still can right here. I actually don't know if anything Slowking has can KO Snorlax at 21. Because I don't think Scald... Yep, there's the rest. It actually outspeeds the Slowking, which is hilarious.
I mean, it is the king of being slow.
That is true. It has slow in the name.
So you have Sleep Talk. No. So it's what? Rest, Earthquake, Curse, Frustration. We know Snorlax is full set.
So you would have maybe liked to see Chesto Berry on that set then. I don't. Well, I guess it's knocked off, so it wouldn't really matter anyway. But
Oh, true.
I'm kind of. I don't. Maybe it was Chesto Berry. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But either way, Melmetal's able to pick up the KO and takes out a pretty prominent threat on Jamie's team. So this looks like it's going to be an Iron Defense body press set, which is probably going to be really tough for Ayush to deal with right now. It looks like it's just Earthquake, but maybe he can
why
get...
is Dredagon so bulky? Holy shit.
It's probably a fully physically defensive Dredagon here. Now Jamie's going to have to... Yeah, he's going to have to kill Dredagon, or else it's just going to Dragon Tail you out. Yeah. I was
just thinking, I'm like, he has a Slowking that just beats you once you Iron
Yeah,
Defense
that last Iron Defense, a little bit questionable. I don't really know about that. Gastrodon is able to pick up the KO on the Dredagon.
Listen, I'm gonna say this in the video too. It probably sounds like we're being really mean to these people in the battle if they like make a misplay. I misplay all the time. So when I or somebody watches my battle, you have free reign to like go off on me in my battle.
I don't mean to be rude, but speaking of misplays, he just leaves the Gastrodon in and then switches in Urshifu, so Thwacky's able to pick up 2 more KOs here. Whereas if you just
speeds Urshifu?
Yeah, you would have thought that if he just puts in Steelix here, he would have been fine. Like Grassy Glide's only going to do 17. He could have just easily gone for a heavy slam. And
not only that, you get the recovery from grassy terrain. So that's, like, Steelix doesn't normally get that recovery.
And he would have had
grassy terrain really be a double-edged sword.
And he would have had both Gastrodon and Urshifu alive.
I don't think the crit mattered.
No,
it was already over.
No, pretty much. Slowking was able to pick up the last kill, and Ayush is able to take a 2-0 victory. So Ayush is able to take advantage of maybe some misplays on Jameson's end. But Ayush is getting some momentum going forward. He's 2-3 now after that honestly kind of catastrophic 0-3 start, and he's looking like he's trending in the right direction. So we'll see if he can keep it up in battle too.
Right. And before we get into this battle, while Charlie was talking about things trending, you know what helps our channel trend? Is if you like the video, comment trending, and hit subscribe. Now let's get into the battle.
Okay.
I'm being the worst kind of YouTuber I know.
Well, I just switched over to the other battle already, so like I'm gonna have to edit around that. That's okay. Who cares?
I'm pushing P. I don't know what that means.
It's like a I don't know. It's like a meme. I don't really even know what it means either. To be honest.
Dweebing's the literal nerd emoji.
We love dweebing here, as it takes a close combat really well. And if we see a Fire Blast here, it might... Oh, the Will-O-Wisp miss.
That would have been good.
Yeah,
man, people really been missing Will-O-Wisps this battle.
Yeah,
that
seems to be a classic FPL maneuver, is missing your Will-O-Wisp, especially missing your turn 1 Will-O-Wisp. That's exactly what I'm talking about, yeah.
FPL lore.
And there's the Octillery.
Why is it called an octopus if it doesn't have 8, like...
Maybe some are just obscured. It looks like it does have 8, actually.
Actually, yeah. I could be wrong. Fact checkers say.
Yeah, I love Octillery. I've been meaning to draft it, but Jamie's always ended up taking it ever since we did the point system.
It's good for the points you get it for.
Especially when it used to be 0 points, Rob.
Listen, mistakes in life happen. Sometimes you argue for something, and then 2 hours later you don't know why you argued for it and regret it for the rest of that season.
For those of you who don't know,
FPL lore time.
Yeah, FPL lore time. Robbie and I were the two that did the point values for all of the F tier Pokemon, and Robbie fought tooth and nail for Octillery to be 0 points instead of 1 point, and then Jamie took it, and it was really good for 0 points, and then we immediately moved it up to 1 point. So that's just a little bit of lore for you. But Cobalion with the Swords Dance up is looking pretty scary, except into this Weezing, who's a crazy physical wall, and it burns. So now he's just going to have to do as much damage to Weezing as he possibly can, but it picks up the KO on Cobalion there.
That flinch mattered. Yeah.
Well, maybe,
I guess that makes up for the flamethrower, for the Willow not burning. Birmingham.
Birmingham?
I'm thinking of Birmingham, where I'm from, the House of Commons.
You would think about that.
Andrew Tate. Hey, I guess he's not banned from YouTube. He's right here.
Yeah, he's not banned from Pokemon Showdown, at least.
Maybe Andrew Tate couldn't do the dance Hitmontop's doing.
Probably
It's a cool
not.
dance.
It is a cool dance. I think it's too cool for him. I don't think he's cool enough to do it.
Also, Weezing just beats, I feel like, Hitmontop.
Yeah,
Jamie, that's a bad
I don't
idea.
really know why
Jamie.
he's going for the triple axle here. He's going to end up taking more recoil damage than he does. And a Sludge Bomb here might be able to
Or
KO,
Willow.
or just a Will-O-Wisp.
How much HP was Octillery at? Or even Rotom would be a great switch on.
Yeah, and there's a Bullet
Jamie.
Punch. He's going to take more
Okay.
damage, and I guess he's just sacking Hitmontop right now. He doesn't
What
really...
a way for Tate to be punished, too. He punches a nerd and ends up killing himself.
Man.
Oh,
So now we see Octillery come back in. Let's see if Jamie maybe predicts and goes for a Hydro Pump or a Scald. It's still not going to do very much to this Audino.
Audino, this isn't even on the flip side though, because I didn't ever argue for Audino. Audino is one of the best, because I've used it before, best one-pointers IMO. And I was the
Audino-
first one to pick it.
Audino
so,
is a very strong defensive one-pointer for sure.
honestly a Wish regenerator Pokemon with more than 100 base HP for 1 point is amazing.
Yeah, the Wish
Because
is
he-
really nice tech on the Audino. Now, I wish... wish.
Wait, why didn't he switch? Huh.
Because it's probably running Protect. Yep. And I really wish Jamie was running Hydro Pump on this Octillery. I know it's a little less accurate, but sometimes you
The
need
problem-
the extra damage.
You do need the extra damage. I would say on the flip side though, you can only use it 8 times. So you gotta
That is
use
true.
it wisely.
Yeah. Now, you don't
'Cause-
really usually have to worry about that unless you're running into, like, your Spiritomb, for
shit.
example.
Yeah.
But there's the flinch
Oh,
on the Air
shit.
Slash, and it's looking like Rotom's going to end up
So he
picking
has
up
to
the KO on
switch
this
if he wants to
Audino.
keep Audino.
Yeah, which he doesn't. Maybe Jamie was predicting a switch right there, but Audino's just going to stay in and click Wish, so that Wish might get
He
passed to
should
something
nasty
here.
plot right now. Because he's gonna oh
Yep,
what?
there's the Claydol switch, but there is the nasty plot, and honestly, that might have been a good decision. Anyway, so an Air Slash
Slash
here
is gonna
is
do a lot.
going to pick up a KO, but he clicks.
Jamie.
Did he just misclick?
Why?
I don't know
Maybe
what
it
just
was.
happened. Maybe he was expecting a switch into. I don't even know what the switch would have been
Yeah,
there
what?
that he was predicting, but.
Oh, Jesus, that is a crazy powerful
Yeah,
Rotom.
he's
now.
able to pick up the Air Slash KO, and
Is Rotom fan good for the points you get it for?
yeah, it's like 1, I think.
So I don't know what Ayushi's doing. Maybe he's gonna switch immediately out.
Well, yeah, so the problem is now
Oh,
you've got the
Toxic
Toxic up, so you can just switch in Audino, and then he's probably going to switch in Raikou here, and maybe just sack Weezing. Or just go for another Protect and sack Audino. I don't know if that's necessarily what I would have done here, but...
I would just keep switching. Audino gets so once you switch it out like 3 times, it's at full health. Like
Yeah, exactly. It's got the Regenerator proc, but Raikou is just going to be able to outspeed here and KO with a Thunderbolt anyway. And now this Raikou is pretty much just going to be able to run through the rest of this team here. He goes for Volt Switch, so it doesn't look like it's the spec set that he really likes running, but
all right.
I guess it's heavy duty
So
base. We already saw
is
that.
this
so.
the real Crobat? I bet it's not going to be the real Crobat. Because you would
Yeah,
you would,
it's not. Yeah. Now it's actually funny. Crobat is a pretty nice Zoroark.
Oh shit! But he thought it
He
was the
does
real
live
one.
the Thunder. Well, no, you're just gonna click Thunderbolt anyway. Well, maybe he maybe he would have clicked the Aura Sphere there. I don't know, but Raikou's gonna win this one anyway. But
Yeah,
Crobat actually
would be in a good position if it could kill Raikou here. Like,
yeah, but he's just gonna nasty plot.
Jamie-
Maybe he's Sash. Maybe he's Sash. Nope.
Well,
he wouldn't have been able to
He
KO
tried
the
it.
Raikou anyway. And yeah, so Ayush is able to pick up
double dub.
the double dub. What I was just going to say earlier, I just want to finish that thought. Crobat's actually a really nice maybe bluff for Zoroark too, because it does get Dark Pulse. So if you're
Yeah,
running the
that would be
nasty
cool.
plot set, you can bluff a Dark Pulse and make your opponent think it's Zoroark, and then it's not Zoroark, you know, so... but-
Zoroark's one of those Pokemon I think is going to be drafted every league. You're always going to see one person who's
yeah,
going to try
Zoroark
the funny.
is one of my like top 5, maybe top 3 favorites in 6 points. It's so good in 6. I think the only ones that I'd maybe rather have are like Omastar, or I have Surfetch'd on my team right now, but I think Zoroark might be a little better than Surfetch'd. Well, that's a little spoiler for later in the season, because we're not quite
Hey,
there
that's
yet.
you
but-
get these foreshadowings if you watch this far in the video.
Yeah,
so.
and if you want to see all the battles up to date where they currently are, we're actually about to start playoffs in real time. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and join the Five Guys Pokemon League Discord, which is in the description. But anyway, yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do you have anything you want to say, Rob?
The phrase to comment. I think I already said the phrase to comment. I don't remember.
Are we doing that now?
I just think it'd be funny to see if anyone actually does it.
Okay.
That's how we know they watch. The phrase to comment is illusion. You know, kind of references Zoroark's cool ability.
There you go. Comment illusion down below. If you have
Thanks
watched this
for
far into the
watching.
video. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.